Deputy Speaker. I rise this evening to put on the record an event I had the privilege of attending last Friday, the Early Childhood Education and Care Awards. These awards recognise the outstanding dedication and passion of our early childhood educators, leaders, professionals and services. The educators are the heart and soul of our communities and care for our most precious small people. Quality early childhood education and care are at the very core of our future. We know there has been a lot said in this sector recently because of safety concerns. These educators provide far more than care and education. They offer love, safety and stability during the most formative years of a child's life. Mr Deputy Speaker, I want to acknowledge some outstanding individuals honoured that night. The outstanding Aboriginal educator was Anika Rory from the Moriarty Foundation. When Anika acknowledged her mother in the audience during her speech, there was not a dry eye in the room. Her tireless work to give children in Borroloola the best start possible is a true credit to her family's strength and sense of community. Outstanding early childhood teacher was Tracy Bond from Humpty Doo Preschool, who has dedicated over 30 years to early childhood education and leadership. Tracy shared a beautiful story about a tradesman who visited her home and remembered her from preschool. That is the power of genuine connection. Outstanding educator Marie Renee Antoinette Valerian Lejeau from Little Mangoes Childcare Centre in Katherine, although I do note she has moved up here to Darwin, which is a disappointment for us. Cheered on proudly by her family. Outstanding leader was Rachel Shepherd, team leader from Kentish Community Services, a passionate advocate for regional and remote educators. Outstanding Education and Care Program, the Family as First Teachers Program at Mimica Centre, whose heartfelt speech honoured their entire team's commitment to supporting families in early education. And I visited the centre earlier in the year with the member for Blaine and the member for Wanguri, I think it was, at the time. And I can understand why they won. The dedication and diversity of that centre was an absolute credit to their dynamic team. Mr Deputy Speaker, that evening was a celebration of epic proportions and a heartfelt tribute to the extraordinary dedication, love and professionalism of our early childhood educators. They shape the very foundation of our future, and for that we owe them our deepest gratitude and respect. I'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the incredible work of St Anthony's School in Dili when I went there earlier in the month, which I had the privilege to visit during my recent trip to Timor for the International Vet Conference. St Anthony's is owned and operated by Christina Costa. Although I was unable to meet Christina on the day of my visit, since returning home I've been fortunate to connect with her while she'd been visiting the Northern Territory. Timor holds an important place in our workforce. Christina visited the early childhood palm workers based in Katherine at Kentish Lifelong Learning and Care during her stay here. St Anthony's School follows the Australian curriculum and maintains a close partnership with AISNT, who support independent schools in our region. During my visit, I had the privilege to meet a remarkable young student. She truly was remarkable, Mr Deputy Speaker. 10-year-old Irene, who was in Year 5 or is in Year 5. Her knowledge of the solar system was absolutely astonishing and second to none. She spoke with confidence, detail about each planet, their functions, the compositions, the number of satellites orbiting them. Her understanding far exceeded what you might expect at her age, and I was speechless and applauded her presentation. It was just incredible. It's moments like these that remind us of the incredible potential of our young learners and the vital role education plays in nurturing their curiosity and knowledge. Also last Friday, Mr Deputy Speaker, I had the pleasure of visiting Cedar College out in Marara. I met with Samuel Dyke, the principal, and Katie Leslie, the business manager, and had the chance to speak with some of the Year 11 students about their experiences at the school. Students spoke very positively about the greater freedom they have, the engagement and interest, along with opportunities to participate in more sports and the strong support they receive from their teachers. I also have a friend that has had 2 children attend Cedar, and whenever I catch up with them, the stories and opportunities are always positive. What really stood out to me during the visit was the work placement program. These placements, which happen once a week, are organised by the students themselves, and they're not just about preparing for a career in sports. Students are gaining experience as heavy diesel mechanics, tyre fitters, working in early childhood, and one student's role and part part-time employment with thrifty car rentals. Employers had given feedback about the smooth transition into the workforce of these students. Students spoke of the positives of the one-to-one, one teacher to one class model, allowing teachers to mentor and support students closely. I want to give a shout out to teachers Barney and Greg, who I met at the college. Next year, CEDA is expanding to include construction courses in partnership with the Housing Industry Association, which is fantastic news for our Territory kids, offering even more opportunities in industry where jobs are plentiful. On Monday, I revisited CEDA for the information session for families where they showcased the incredible opportunities available to potential students. They were heartfelt testimonials from families, with many sharing how CEDA has transformed their child's life, empowering them to take ownership of their learning journey and future careers. It's a powerful reminder of the impact dedicated support and innovation education models can have on young lives. Madam Speaker, I just want to lastly put on the record some of the amazing finalists from Katherine for the World Teachers' Day Awards coming up on the 31st of October, Friday week. They will join, Friday fortnight, sorry. They will join other teachers and support staff across the Territory for the awards that will happen in Darwin, Katherine, Tennant Creek, Alice Springs and Gove. The finalists in Katherine are Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Educator of the Year, Linda Hunt from Kintore Street School, Corporate-Based Support Person of the Year, Di Scannell, who does an amazing job at the office there in the Big Rivers office, and also Lindy Wilson, Early Childhood Educator of the Year, Katie Camilleri from Katherine School of the Air and Kelly Hoffman from McFarlane Primary School from the FAF program, Inclusion Educator of the Year, Sarah Miller from Katherine School of the Air and Stella Kim from Katherine South Primary School, along with Shaylee Tonkin-Reeves from the high school. Leader in Education of the Year, Anissa Beckett, Kintore Street School and Nicole Gadd, Casuarina Street Primary School. Primary Educator of the Year, Mia Barlow and Sky Miles from Katherine South Primary School and Rod Gregg from Casuarina Street Primary School. Principal of the Year, Chris Errington from Katherine South Primary School. And Madam Speaker, I'd just like to note that this is a great honour, in my opinion, for Chris, as a couple of years ago this school went through a lot of turmoil with approximately 90 students leaving the school. They went through a very troubling period of leadership, and Chris has come in actually from Robinson River with a zest of life and has given the confidence to the staff and families and worked hard alongside them to build the school back up, and the vibe and positivity around the school is to be commended to Chris on his leadership. So I wish him well. School-Based Support Person of the Year, Hannah Gower from Katherine South Primary School and Sandy Moss, Kintore Street School. Secondary Educator of the Year, Charlotte Gorman from Katherine School of the Air, Gypsy Flynn Holt and Stephen Miles from Katherine High School. And I'd also like to put on the record to say that in Katherine we will deeply miss Stephen Miles from the high school, along with his wife Sky from Katherine South, who are heading back south next year. So congratulations again to all the nominations across the Territory, and I wish them very well as all of the other nominations and finalists for the upcoming World Teachers' Day Awards, and I'll be hosting them in this year in Darwin. Madam Speaker, thank you.